Moraga top scoring for Pampanga with 17, and of course that three-pointer to end the second quarter. That was really big. Isagaya is the one who's leading the scoring for the Manila MFT NU Bulldogs, but of course he has got to have some help from the other guys.
He really needs some help. Kim Cinco, Chino Mascada, Rendell,
Salem was
to get
completely absent in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're leaving Gaye out to dry right now. These guys got to make something happen.
Look at this, a hurried shot here to try to beat this shot clock. How about this? They're really starting to hum. Alan Enriquez.
And you really fell apart. You see how they struggle to get a shot up in the 24-second clock. Enriquez gets a nice little easy bank shot on the other end. Their offense is clicking now.
Two undefeated teams, actually. 3-0 in our team standings. The battle for leadership here in the FBA.
Nice defense by Enriquez against Salem.
Enriquez, a looper. He knows Isagaye is just lurking there in the shaded area. But somehow, a losable foul is going to be called in. Habilito is called for his first personal foul.
I think Tim's going to get a lot of time right here in this third quarter with Ed Rivera in foul trouble. Let's see if he takes advantage of it.
Ed Rivera has 4. Levy Hernandez has 3. Isagaye at close range.
That's a very high percentage for him. I talked to them during the game, you know, when they were beating us in double overtime, and some of his teammates told me he never misses that in practice.
And the kind of player that he is, I mean, you, Coach Nick, as a defender yourself, how would you defend against this guy?
Basically, I would keep a body on him. You know, I thought I did pretty well against him in the post. He couldn't dribble around.
Yes.
Me, but, you know, I'm a defensive specialist, so. But when he shot the little jump shots, I couldn't do anything. He's got such long arms. He shoots it way above his head.
Jerick Nakpil, a floater. This time it worked out pretty well for them. 48-37. Pampanga continues with the lead. A miss for Isagaye. Here comes the run and gun play for Pampanga Foton top lander, and Coach Joey Guanyo has got to call an early timeout here because Pampanga is now up by 13, 50-37. Taking a look at this.
Pampanga is getting these easy layups, easy bank shots, nice little drive and kick, easy points, while NU is struggling to get anything up on the board.
This is the FBA, the only regional grassroots amateur basketball league in the country. One of its kind. Of course, we're proud to broadcast the ball games. Right now, we're here at the Malala Sports and Convention Center. My name is Benji Santiago. Alongside with me is Coach Nick Velasco. So take a look at this 13-point lead for Pampanga Foton top lander. And look at this, another unforced error. Committed a lot of turnovers back in the first half. The Manila NUMFT Bulldogs.
They started out really strong, and Coach Bud made some adjustments and really shut them down. They haven't recovered since. But they're only down 13, so long ways to go.
10 turnovers in the first half against only 4 for Pampanga. Jerick Nakpil missing the outside shot. Let's see how speed will counter size. That didn't work out.
One of my college coaches used to always say, speed kills. You know, if you don't know how to use it the right way.
Yes.
When you got a defender standing in front of you, pull it back, get into your offense rather than forcing a turnover on yourself.
That time around, it really truly backfired for the white shirts of the Bulldogs. 6 minutes and 52 here in the third quarter.
Nice denial by Mikey. A lot of times players don't realize if you put that little bit of pressure, sometimes the offense will just throw it out of bounds. You know, even when I was playing, I would just pretend to pressure and force a turnover.
Could it be the second foul on Habilito? Indeed it is.
At 10, Habilito has to be ready for that seal. You know, there's a quick seal. Issa Gaye, he just jumps right in front of him, 2 feet from the rim. When he catches it in that position, there's really nothing you can do but foul him.
Issa Gaye was 5 of 6, now 6 of 7 from the line.
The key to guarding Gaye is playing him before he gets the ball. You're playing defense as soon as you cross half court, keeping the body on him.
Very good free throw shooter. Still a double-digit lead here for Pampanga. Mikey Reyes did not see much action when he started this ball game, because Mikey Rosso actually did a pretty good job. Jerick Nakpil beginning to hum here in the third quarter. Kids go handles 52-39. Issa Gaye couldn't handle that offensive rebound. Right place. Kids go at the point-blank range.
Kinsgo, he's got a couple of offensive rebound putbacks in the game. You know, guys like him, he's a role player. They really have to figure out how to get the ball and get offensive production without the ball.
Mikey Reyes just buried a three-pointer.
Mikey's playing very solid here in the second half.
Well, we could say that finally he showed up in this game. His first basket. Largest lead in the game, 14, being enjoyed here by the blue shirts of Pampanga. Mikey Reyes called for his first personal foul. But they're picking up those fouls very early here in the third quarter. They got already 4. No fouls yet has been made here by the white shirts of NU. Marlon Gomez, Issa Gaye fighting for that loose ball.
Holding foul number 23, Marlon Gomez penalty. That's Marlon Gomez.
This is what I'm talking about. We still have 5:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Those fouls, now they're already in penalty.
Well, now all NU has to do is keep going inside the Gaye, keep dribbling, attacking the basket. They're going to get to the free throw line for the next 5 minutes and 6 seconds.
Big guy who's got a very good touch from 4.5 meter line. I said it, okay. It does happen a lot of times.
That's the jinx.
Alan Mangahas, look at that move.
I'm trying to think of who he reminds me of in the PBA. Just real slow, effective. You know, that's what they call slow is quick. He's just slippery. He gets in there and he finishes. Somebody's hurt.
Foul number 6, Argentina Cruz. Game 5.
This is not good news. Diputado could not seem to pick himself up here. He's being helped out by his teammates.
Looks like he turned his ankle. Let's see if he lands on somebody's foot. Couldn't see it from that angle. He's a young guy. So I'm sure he'll be back up running again in a couple of days. You know, when you get older, it's not so easy.
Jerick Nakpil feeling it this time around. Won't work. 57-44 here for Pampanga.
Yep, that's free throws. That's all you got to do when you're in penalty with 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left. Just keep going to the basket. Pick up these easy free throws.
Well, maybe they're doing the right thing right now for the Bulldogs to attack that basket.
That's Rap Atangan. He didn't play at all in the first half. I think Coach Joey's searching for somebody that's going to contribute from the guard positions.
Coach Joey Guanyo of the Manila MFTNU Bulldogs. In score. Nothing there. De La Cruz.
I really like how Kinsgo is playing. He's got a few offensive rebounds. He's making things happen. He's banging bodies down low.
Yes. Hostile play. Usually that's how they call it in basketball. De La Cruz picks up his second personal foul. Of course, over at the other side, they're already in penalty. The Pampanga Foton top lander. But they still have a 10-point lead. Mikey Reyes trying to set up the play here. Marlon Gomez. Levy Hernandez banging in a three.
Levy's one of those guys. I can't wait to see him get into the PBA.
His second three-pointer, 60-47.
Instant offense.
Isa Gaye against Marlon Gomez. The turn and the basket.
Nice move by Gaye.
At least what we're seeing here from the white shirts of the Bulldogs, that there's a lot of help right now, especially in production output here for, except for just Isa Gaye is doing the scoring. But Levy Hernandez right now with back-to-back. Now that was just a long two, according to the referees. Nevertheless, back-to-back baskets here for Levy Hernandez. Is playing with 3 personal fouls. And Mikey Reyes picking up a second here.
Levy is always good at that. Right when you think you're making a run against Pampanga, he hits a three, he gets a fast break layup, it just kills it for you.
Arjan De La Cruz shooting free throws.
We have that guard combination of Moraga and Rosso again. Let's see how effective they are here in the second half.
.306, that's the time remaining here in the third quarter. Kinsgo again, right place at the right time.
Kinsgo is one of those types of players that has a really good knack for the ball. You can always tell guys like Charles Oakley, guys like Dennis Rodman, wherever the ball is, they're there. Guys like Rudy Hatfield. That kind of thing.
Is that something that you can teach?
It's tough to teach, you know. Some guys just have it.
Yeah.
You know, I actually learned from playing against veteran players in the PBA. You know, even playing against Rudy Hatfield and Eric Mink.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned to rebound, was playing against those guys and boxing out. So, you know, when you have it at this level, when you're in college, you know, it could take you a long way. And he has a nice touch from the free throw line.
A warning for delay of game here. Showing the inbound.
Not an easy task, inbounding.
Yes, I know.
In your face with that 7'6" wingspan.
Levy Hernandez, another three on its way, and he keeps on knocking him down. Earlier, just a long two, but nevertheless, just still an outside shot. Quick reply for Cinco over at the other end. 64-51. When you're hitting threes and the opponent just hitting twos, you still have this kind of a lead with 2 minutes and 45. 64-51 for Pampanga as we go into this timeout. Welcome back. The blue shirts of Pampanga Foton top lander and still leading by 11, 64-53. Earlier, Levy Hernandez already managed to score 8 points of his 14 in this game so far.
Well, just when you think Levy's having a bad game, he hits like 14 straight points.
Marvin Moraga. Nothing there from the outside. A chance to cut down this lead to just single digits. Matthew Aquino is back on the floor. Marlon Hernandez right now going 1-on-1, wild with that layup.
He could have slowed it down on that one.
Some touch passing here, three-man play. Finally getting it underneath. And Michael Pate.
2 minutes.
So right now it's just a 9-point lead here for Pampanga. Rosso setting up the play here. Levy Hernandez, he wants those outside shots. Moraga. Going to Levy Hernandez. He's even looking at the line here, but now he's being crowded.
That's the key. That was very good defense right there. You got to make Levy dribble the ball. If he's going to catch it and shoot it, he's going to knock it down. Make him dribble every time, recover, and cut him off, make him spin. Can't let him shoot those wide open threes.
Get him off his rhythm when he gets that basketball.
You got to make him uncomfortable.
Yes. 93 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Levy Hernandez. He really wants to shoot those outside shots.
Well, they made him take a couple of dribbles and he missed, so maybe they're onto something there.
Pate, nice spin. Oh, everything but the shot.
That's what you call $1 million move with a 10-cent finish.
Exactly.
That's a nice move.
De La Cruz. Pate again. Goes for the turnaround shot.
A nice
Even
defense.
Yes.
That's my guy right there. Kids go. He's making things happen.
His frame of mind is that ball should always be mine. 55, just trailing by 9. The Manila NU Bulldogs. 64, the lead still for Pampanga Foton Toplander. The number of free throws that are being taken here by the Manila NU MFT Bulldogs because of the total of 9 fouls committed here by Pampanga in the third quarter.
One thing I see happening right now is in the first half, Pampanga only had 4 turnovers. That means NU was not forcing turnovers. They weren't putting pressure. Kinsgo just got a turnover right there, and he made something happen. He split the free throws, but that's what they need. They need to force some turnovers, force Pampanga to make mistakes.
And somehow clock stops and you can still score. They're just down by 8. Alan Mangajas now going to Marlon Gomez at the low block. Levy Hernandez.
Aquino has to grab that rebound. Those rebounds count in the stats.
It has turned sour, his outside shooting. Levy Hernandez, but he just keeps on going for it. .25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Now I'm beginning to realize why these two teams are actually unbeaten. Matthew Aquino is called for traveling.
He actually had it, and he went for the Marlu Aquino spin move.
Right. But he released it the wrong way. He should have done it the way his dad would do it. Call it Jolen shot.
We called it under the Kili shot.
Yes. Did that count, ref? No. Mikey Reyes. He heard the whistle, had the right idea, just came in a little bit too late. And that's only the 4th team foul against the Bulldogs. With only 6.4 seconds remaining, so just a sideline throw in for Pampanga. Habilito going to Reyes, Mikey Reyes. Marlon Gomez has to put it up.
Nice defense right there by NU.
Well, it's getting tighter right now. The third quarter, I would say, of course, the white shirts, the Bulldogs are playing well. They're just down by 8. 64-56 to end the third period. Pampanga was off to a quick start when we started the second half. Everybody going their way except most especially the outside shots that Levy Hernandez has been hitting. But he wanted more. So far, 64-56, Pampanga.